a little girl had been murdered horrifically, stuffed in a suitcase, and tossed along the side of a highway to be forgotten. This little child had been wrapped up in a towel, and when they found the skull, they noticed that her tiny little face had been bound with tape. A diaper was then wrapped around her head on top of that, indicating that this was a disturbing and deliberate attempt to muffle and suffocate whoever this little girl was. Now, at first, authorities didn't want to release many details publicly. They didn't want to say what they found in the suitcase, around the suitcase. They wanted to focus more on identifying the child. That was obviously the utmost priority, but they also wanted to keep that information to themselves because that could be something that only the killer would know. And so it wasn't until later that they ended up confirming that these remains had been found by all these deeply personal items that painted this picture of a small little girl that had once been full of life and obviously someone loved. So how on earth was she found like this? The victim was confirmed to be a female toddler, which investigators had already suspected, but now they could be a little bit more specific. This little girl that had been so horrifically murdered and disposed of was likely only between the ages of 2.5 and 4 years old, and she had been there for quite some time, which made it so much worse. She had likely died several years earlier, possibly as far back as 2007, and it was 2015 at the time. How on earth does a 2.5 to 4-year-old little girl go missing, end up murdered, and it seemed like there's no one out there looking for her?